We're back here at Dying Light, which I was initially drawn to because of the beautiful artwork. It is zombies, so it's shambling corpses, but they're the most beautiful shambling corpses I've ever seen. But this turned out to be, I'm going to say, the biggest surprise so far of E3. I was not expecting what I saw in there, and I'm really excited for this game now.
Well, that's rare, actually, to be able to, in this day and age, surprise anyone with anything. But that's what we've been hearing about the whole reveal of the game. And we're happy because we've been working on that for a long time, since early 2012, actually. And to see it actually surprise people in a good way, at E3, of all places, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is Blazej, by the way, from the Techland developing team, and we're very lucky to talk to you. So the zombie apocalypse genre, it's not a new genre, but this is a new take on it. I saw a new kind of infected or undead, if you will. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Well, yeah, like you said, you used both words that people use to describe the zombies, infected, undead. There are technical differences from reanimated corpses to voodoo magic and viruses. We are going through the more high-tech route. We definitely have a viral infection that turns people into dangerous creatures, and there are different varieties. The guys that you saw at the end of the demo, we call them the volatile. They are the absolutely most terrifying creatures that you'll meet in Dying Light, and they only come out at night, which means that the day-night cycle that we have in the game is actually very important, because during the day, players have a slight advantage. They can see far, they can pick their battles, they can scavenge, build weapons, but during nighttime, they are literally hunted by the infected.
I really liked the dynamic of the little dying light, you know, as the sun's going down. You're running out of time, you have this feeling of dread overcoming you. It was a very good technique, and I enjoyed it a lot. What I wanted to talk about was, I really liked this open world dynamic. We have the character running off rooftops. There was a dynamic kind of randomly generated, well, they told me it was randomly generated side quests. How does that even work?
Well, just to be entirely clear, in this case, in the demo, this is scripted because we want everyone to see it. But in the actual game, this type of situation may or may not appear, or there may be something else in that place. And it's always up to the player to either ignore it or try to see what's in there. Some of those will be traps, some of them will be dangerous, and others will offer great rewards. So we want players to think in terms of this uncertainty. Should I do it? I'm trying to survive. This is a dangerous environment. And of course, the free running. This is something that we thought was missing from both the zombie genre and the idea of open world with regular modern day situations, because that's why those zombie fantasies are so relevant. People are thinking, like, if the zombie apocalypse happened now, what would I do? And I think it's fair that humans, being more agile and smarter, can run, jump, and so on. I'm not exactly a parkour type, but
It felt like parkour.
Yeah, it's something that we want players to feel intuitively. If it looks like something you could conceivably climb, you can do it in the game. You don't have to look for cues or quick time events or something like that. You just run up the wall and you start climbing. You can jump, you can slide, and so on and so on. It's totally seamless and makes the open world really open.
I love that, because it's more like you're relying on what your instincts would actually be if there were some kind of zombie apocalypse. Like you were saying, some of the side missions are traps. That's not something you see in the gaming genre. Usually it's like, oh, I'll do this, I'll spend a little time, it'll be fine. But there are real consequences, you said. You could die doing that. You could lose your daylight doing that. And it's brutal, but that's closer to what a reality in a zombie apocalypse would be.
Absolutely. That's the danger of trying to survive while others are trying to do the same. People don't always naturally work together. We all know that. So if others are trying to get the same resources as you, they may have some nasty surprises.
I really liked that. Oh gosh, tell me more about the game. Like, we saw the free running, we saw the relying on instincts, we saw the worst kinds of zombies I've ever seen. I really like the tagline, good night, good luck.
Yeah, the tagline reflects the idea of the day-night cycle that really is the coming of the night that defines the actual danger, and this is where you really need the good luck. But in between what you saw in the demo, there is a lot of stuff we will be revealing in the coming months. So there is weapon crafting, there is 4-player co-op, so a lot of very interesting stuff. Some of that will be directly tied to the new consoles because the game is also coming out for the new generation. So we have ideas to utilize each console's unique features with the zombie outbreak situation. So stay tuned because we definitely have cool things to show.
Oh my gosh, we saw so much cool things. I really liked the crafted blade, by the way, with the
yeah, and that was basically just the simplest example. We will be able not only to build weapons like this one from parts, but also to upgrade them using different ingredients and stuff that we find everywhere in the world. We want this to feel almost like alchemy and RPGs, so that you experiment, you see which component does what, and then you settle and choose the weapon that really fits your playstyle. And you, of course, can carry several for different occasions.
Oh gosh, I love that. I love how free and open and how much you have to rely on yourself instead of being guided through. Again, this was the biggest surprise I've seen so far at E3, probably even the coolest game I've seen. I'm so blown away. Look for that in 2014 for the next-gen consoles, too. Thanks so much for
absolutely. Thank you very much. My pleasure.